Ah, there we go.
And maybe I wonder if we shouldn't connect at 10 to 5.
If possible, if everyone could connect at 10 to 5 just to do a final check. Just to share screen, make sure your camera and your mic's working, and then you can take yourself off until we open at 5. But it would just be great to do that 10-minute check.
So are you seeing my presentation now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. One more thing I want to try is that my video would run.
Yes.
And it seems like it will run. And you can see it now perfectly.
Yeah, we can see it, and it seems to, it's running fairly slowly, but it's running.
Okay.
Not bad.
It's actually running.
Because for me, it's just, I see it just normally.
No, this is really, oh, can you not see it on your side? But it's running nicely.
It's showing the bulk.
It's showing it very nicely.
Okay.
Ashley, and then if the doctors don't have great, if they don't have a decent sort of Meg line, obviously for them, will it hang on their side? But obviously that doesn't affect anybody else, or is it all dependent? I'm just trying to think of Tommy's connection.
So if it's good for any presenter to have a good connection. Zoom doesn't use too much need too much line speed, so we normally don't have an issue.
Okay, no, that's good. Just wanted to check that.
And it's moving quickly.
Yeah, what I might do is tomorrow, then I just might do so that I might just be here at my office, because the connection, of course, here is always good.
Okay.
Oh, shame. Okay. Well, we'll appreciate that, because I must just tell you.
Well, we'll see. Usually I do these at home, and it works perfectly. But
does it?
The thing is that I haven't done it with Zoom.
Okay.
And so, you know, that's the only kind of.
And of course, you'll be connecting at 6, so you're an hour later than us. So.
Right.
So, yeah, which can't be too nice for you.
Well, I mean, it's not an issue. I'm not that far away. It's like, 20 minutes. So it's not really an issue. But yeah, I'll think about it and see how it is. But I'll, like I said, it's never been an issue. But I was kind of wondering. So you saw my video and it ran okay.
Yes, it did. Okay. It did definitely run. I think what we must do, just to be safe, I think maybe even 1:45. So 15 minutes before the webinar, just all join and test everything. And then we can go, we can basically go on mute until the rest of them all join.
Right.
Is that okay for you?
Would either you be, I mean, so the link that you sent me that I now used.
Yes.
So this is not the same link that I will be using tomorrow. Is that right?
It's the same link. We're in the same session that we'll be in tomorrow.
Okay.
I've just made it a test session. Prof, if you want to do a quick 2-3 minute test with me this evening when you get home, to make sure it works for tomorrow.
Or what I was about to suggest was that, can we do 30 minutes prior tomorrow?
Okay.
Then if there would be tomorrow an issue, whatever, I can
time.
Always take my laptop and run to the office, and I'll be joining by the time.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Is that possible?
That's possible.
Okay, why don't we do that? So I'll connect tomorrow at 5:30 Helsinki time,
Okay,
And
4:30 our
then
time.
if it all runs perfectly and we're good to go, then we'll just do it there. And if it would happen to be so that there's an issue, I'll have enough time
You've
to
got
move
time.
my office.
No problem.
Okay, well, that's great. Yeah. So who all is on the panelist? I would imagine Peter Young and Steve Jeffries, and then
You
you
will be-
and us and
Yes.
Tommy. Okay.
Yes. And Dr. Young and Prof. Jeffrey generally sit together, so it will just be
One link.
Yeah,
for
the
the two of them.
four different screens online.
So
Okay, so just to, yeah, sorry,
yeah,
Tommy.
I was just about to ask that about the Q&A tomorrow. So
Yes.
how do you do that?
So
who's gonna-
Dr. De Jong and Prof. Jeffrey monitor the Q&A. If a question pops up that's related to exactly what you're speaking at that moment, they may interrupt you and ask you that question, and then leave the sort of more generalized questions for the last 5 minutes, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
So what we briefed with Prof was that we would start the session. I would imagine Steve or Peter Young would introduce, maybe they can just introduce me and then I'll introduce Prof. Tommy.
So yeah, we would be happy with that. Dr. De Jong will come online, welcome everyone, give the topic name and just mention Prof's name. He'll also thank
Yes.
you as the sponsor, and then I will ask him to hand over to you, Catherine, to do the proper intro of Prof. So that will be fine.
And then Prof's presentation is approximately 40 minutes.
Perfect.
Because we wanted to allow some good, discussion.
Yeah, that's perfect. There will be questions asked during the session and then after, and then any leftover time people will generally do a discussion anyway. So that's all aligned.
Okay, and then Ashley, what I'll do if we get questions from the doctors on how to get hold of us, remember sometimes they ask, how can they, have training or whatever. I think all those questions must go to you and then forward on to us.
Yeah, all the doctors have my email address, and so I'm really happy to receive those and pass them on.
Okay, even the new doctors who weren't on your list that might have, will they be able to see your
Yeah, so on Friday I sent everyone that attended a survey for their CPD, and so they'll have my email address.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Okay. Great. And so I'll see you both 5:30 tomorrow.
Yes.
Time, and then
you'll have your running shoes on.
Yes. Yes. I'm quite sure that it works, but because I've always done that, but just in case, like I said,
a backup plan.
I haven't done this talk, and especially with the video on Zoom. It's very rarely that we use Zoom, so that's why I was kind of worried that I would not be able to share my screen with my kind of this work computer, because our institution doesn't support Zoom, but obviously it seems like it works, so good.
Fantastic. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, we'll do that.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Just a quick one, Ashley, sorry, before everybody goes. What happens, sorry, Tommy, we're having load shedding in South Africa and it's quite bad at the moment. What happens on your side, Ashley? And
I have a UPS device that keeps me running, and obviously Dr. De Jong and Prof. Jeffrey work from the hospital, so they stay online.
We stay online as well. We've got inverters, so
the webinar goes ahead depending on whether the doctors have access to connections or not. That's on them. And we'll share the recording, but otherwise the webinars go ahead.
Okay, perfect.
Wonderful.
Right.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks for your time. Thanks, Simone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Do you have any other questions?
No, I think we're fine.
We're
Thank you
fine,
very
yeah.
much for
We're
doing
everything,
this.
yeah.
Otherwise, it makes it stressful for us. And, you know, obviously,
No, I
Prof. Tommy-
honestly want the webinars to run really smoothly, and especially if
Yeah.
it's an international speaker and there's any chance of misunderstanding, I would rather spend more time with them online.
exactly.
So,
And
yeah.
these guys come at a cost. They're not cheap.
Okay.
So, you know, we've invested, you know, so obviously, we also would want it to go really smoothly.
Yeah. I was hoping he was going to agree to this evening, because then it just eliminates any chance of him running late tomorrow. But I understand he probably has other things on, so we'll do tomorrow evening. And then I'm going to try ask Prof. Jeffrey to open the session or be there a few minutes early, because the last couple of weeks I'm not sitting with them at the hospital anymore. They open.
Okay.
They joined so late, so I'm just going to put some pressure on him to be available 5 minutes before.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Great.
All right. Well, thanks for this. We'll see you at 4:30 tomorrow.
Awesome. See you then.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
Okay.
Catherine. Thanks
Cheers.
tomorrow. Cheers. Hey, bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.